Homan, okay. Uh, we talked about Homan one time. This is a serious guy. Whether you right or wrong, he's serious about what he visualizes, okay? And his vision is to deport 13 million people, okay? Now, I've always thought if you're going to deport anybody, what you have to do is have in place an alternative for them. Yeah, you can put them on an airplane and fly them back, but before you do that, fill out papers for them to say, I want to be an American citizen. I would like to start the process of me coming to the United States. At least do that. Give it some compassion. But what he's going to do, I really do believe that we're going to see literally shootouts with these cartels like the Tren de Aragua or MS-13. I mean, these are people that have taken over possession of entire condominiums. I don't know if you follow that story, but in Colorado, they actually took over possession of an entire, I guess it was an apartment complex. Did you see this article?
Yeah.
Was it not accurate?
There's a lot of misconceptions, and it is
okay,
a very
tell me about
confusing.
it, because it's a bothersome story to me.
What initially happened was that the landlord for the apartments was told by the city or state, anyway, officials, you have to make these upgrades. This place is unlivable. You have created a dangerous environment. Well, the landlord refused to make these upgrades, and then the tenants kind of countered by, we're not going to pay rent. And then, of course, there were some people there that apparently were members of gangs, but it was not...
It wasn't trendy.
It wasn't a, I guess you would say, organized gang takeover, but it did start with, greedy landlord.
The reason
but it's still not obviously a situation anybody wants to be in.
The reason I raise it is because that's the kind of setting that Homan will start with.
Oh, absolutely.
You see, it'll be like Ruby Ridge, right?
Yeah.
Feds come in,
Waco.
It'll be the same kind of thing. That's what we're getting ready to see here. And then when that happens, the American public is going to, by God, who the hell are these people to have AK-47s and shooting at our police? Who are they? And I promise you, this is the first thing we're going to see. He's going to heighten the violence. He's going to create the confrontation, and the American public is saying, by God, it's time to get rid of them. And unfortunately, there's going to be some really good people that are going to suffer that.
And the media will sell it.
Oh, the media! It's headline news.
Yeah.
Firefight with MS-13. Firefight
They'll
with
be
Trend
made for TV movies about it, just like with the Koresh movement and all that. But I do think you're right. I think Homan will be the one to do the escalation, and they will pick, because they know the places they can go where they can get the response.
There's about 10 of them right now that are already listed.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to go here. Now you got the mayor in Denver saying, by God, I'm going to stop it. Really? I mean, it's almost like this guy doesn't have any sense of the power of the federal government. It's like he doesn't even know he doesn't know what happened in 1860. Because it's a true analysis where you had state government saying, well, by God, we're going to do what we want to do. No, you're not, without starting a conflict that has broad expanse.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about that, because I'm seeing this as a disaster for this America.
When you have the federal government that does have the authority, especially what's going to happen is they're going to declare some kind of national emergency with it. And at that point, no mayor, no governor, you're not going to be able to do anything to stop this. What you're going to do is make the situation worse.
Right.
In fact, at this point, what may be best for you is to sit back and say, okay, listen, feds, it's your deal. It's your deal. You come in, you take these people. When this economy crashes,
right.
When we lose 200,000 workers overnight,
who's going to build houses, right?
The National Home Builders Association has already issued that warning. Nationally, they have said, who is going to build your homes?
Yeah. In Florida, we have experienced it, right?
Yeah.
But for immigration in Florida, we still wouldn't have roofs. I wouldn't have roofs. I had the greatest team ever. That they didn't say, hey, we're here to live. They came across the border, they worked, they went back across the border, had money to spend for their family, came back across the border. To handle this with one big stroke is a mistake. And not to have a fail-safe system to where, okay, you got to go right now, but we're going to let you fill out papers that at least can start the process to where you have a chance to come back in.
Yeah.
That's the humane thing to do, to me.
You know, somebody asked me recently, they said, well, okay, Farad, look, how do you fix the immigration problem into the United States?
What do you say?
I say, you don't fix it within our borders. You fix it in the other countries.
Yeah,
you know, we're spending almost $1 trillion a year on our Pentagon.
Right.
We could take a fraction of that
Spend it
and say,
in
hey,
Mexico
listen,
and
Mexico,
Canada,
we're not going to send weapons to Saudi Arabia. What we're going to do is we're going to help train your police forces, and we will help you make special police forces to go in there, and let's join together and get rid of the cartels and the gangs. We can do that for a tiny fraction of what we're spending on the Pentagon.
Brilliant solution.
And then we go into, you know, Central America. We say, listen, climate change has absolutely wrecked your farming economies. We're going to help with irrigation systems. We're going to invest the money so that people don't have to leave, because most of these people don't want to leave. So
I love
if
that
we
idea.
make
I
the
absolutely love that
lives
idea.
better, then you solve the issue, and we get the people that come here not because they're fleeing horrible conditions, but because they say, listen, there's good work opportunities.
Well, you're saying, but you're also saying that we have to work with Mexico.
Yes.
We have to say, okay, we want you to. We don't want to open our borders, but you have to have in place some structure on your side.
Yeah.
That costs money that Mexico doesn't have. Rather than spending $1 trillion in military, move some money over there.
Yeah.
I love that solution. That's part of the solution.